Here we go. Welcome in. Well, 1st of January, thought what else better to do than to do two things. One is building resilience, and I love this topic because it has an interesting connotation to help you to go through all the ups and downs. And then, of course, start to look at 2023 because it's the first day of the year. And why not looking at what you want to do this year for yourselves? And so what we are going to do is we're going to get into the topic just a bit, but most important into resilience. So I will use a work by HeartMath Institute to explain a little bit what resilience means in a very simple layman terms, and then try to apply it back to creating a vision for yourself uh, for 2023, and then the visioning exercise, I will extend it into something that takes you much deeper into really getting into the frame where your inner self and your outer vision, they start to become coherent. So that's the idea. And so we look at the fears, we look at things. So we'll do a little bit of exercise on that so that at the end you come out with something which you will love and you will do something about it as well. So that's the important thing. And what I want to do is to create a process where for next 10 to 15 days, you kind of do this every day so that it becomes so clear in your system that it is present. So that's what we are going to do. And then, of course, we will use a tuning forks to release, clear away any roadblocks or anything that basically come in the way towards what you want to do. So most of the movement toward visions are in the lower center. So it's between your between the first center, but also your knees and feet. So I'm going to focus there. Okay. So and then we will of course get back into Q&A. Okay. So thank you for. So let's get into a bit about resilience because it's interesting. This is coming from HeartMath. It's a bit to talk about that. So you think about yourself as like an energy system that can expand, which means spend energy and renew energy. So it's like a battery charger, okay, where either you are getting charged or you're getting discharged. And then you go from being low in energy into high in energy. Depends on that. Now, constant energy expenditure or discharge without a balance of adequate recharge creates burnouts, creates issues, creates difficulty, diminishes performance, and creates challenges in life. I think it's a simple thing. So it's like a bank account, but it's an energy bank account. So you have to keep you will spend, but you also must also replenish it. Okay. And resilience, basically, from that definition of heart math, is the capacity to prepare that extra capacity in you so that on a rainy day, on a difficult time, when you go through some difficulty, you can take that battery pack and use it so that you can adapt, face challenges, stress, adversity. So and you can learn to build your resilience capacity and sustain that energy so that it is available to you in case of in case of need, because life happens, things will happen, but once you have that resilience into you built inside, then you can tap into those resources and use them for the best of your ability to go over whatever is the challenge that comes through. So that's the simple definition of resilience. And what you need to know is back to the expansion and building. So where do you expand? Okay, where do you spend out energy? Emotions. So emotion affect our physiology. And if you go into a little bit into studying about your sympathetic and parasympathetic system, so when you are in fight or flight, basically this is where you are going to spend your precious resources, energy, life force. Okay, and they are all driven from emotions. So emotions are the primary drivers of activity in all our body systems. They also determine our level of engagement in life events, what motivates us, how we spend our energy. So Emotions can help you to either drain, expand, or renew. And it's both driven by emotions. So emotions plays a very important role into what is happening to your battery pack. Are you low or energy and you have nothing available in case of a rainy day, or you are high on energy and you can use it on your rainy day? So remember that. So emotions are the key thing. Now, depleting emotions like frustration, impatience, cynicism, anger have have a toxic feeling and cause a release of stress hormones, so cortisol, etc., and which then of course affect you physically, and that's how you basically start to lose your battery pack. The energy uh, source or bank goes away, and then that leads to lots of issues, health issues, etc., and I think you know this very well. And on the other side, renewing energies like patience, kindness, compassion, appreciation, they create neurochemicals that basically help to regenerate. So oxytocin and all other elements that are there, which basically helps to regenerate and offset any drain in energy. Of course, this increases longevity, resilience to adversity, memory, etc., etc. So I think you basically, and I think in this work you've been to this, you understand that when you are primarily driven by l- depleting emotions, then you feel tired, you feel low energy. And the thing is that how much time are you spending in that versus how much time are you spending into renewing emotions? Okay. So just just wanted to put that out there. I know this is basic, but this is the core of how to build resilience into you. And the question is how to do. And that's what we are going to get into because this is our story. Okay. Now, so basically, resilience is a little bit like battery pack. And you know what we do? We go crazy with our phone. If we know our phone battery is going down, we go run for a charger. We put, we put this thing which we can discharge when you're on the fly. Uh, well, do the same for yourself as well. So you take care of your phone very well because you don't allow it to get discharged. Uh, but don't let this happen to yourself either. So self-care is a priority, is not a luxury, because this is the core of how you can live your vision, how you can achieve your goals, because it needs you at a certain level of resilience. Okay, so let's come back to is there so I was just looking at different things and saying, is there a simple methodology to get where you want, right? So you start trying, okay, it's a very simple formula, which then of course can get as complicated as you want to be. But what do I want? What is getting in the way? How can I change what is getting in the way? And how do I sustain what is working for me? Okay, so this closed loop. And what we are going to do, so over the next couple of sessions, what we are going to do is to work on these things. So I will start today with what we want. That's why we work on the vision. And then in the next session, once your vision and everything is well done, we are also going to, I will touch a little bit of what is getting in the way today. Okay. But we will go more into detail of that and especially about how can you change it. And then the last is how do you sustain it? Okay. So that's our simple model of getting to your vision, to what you want to have for yourself as a goal, as an objective for this year. Okay. So stay with that. Let's get into what I want. So what we are going to, so just to give an idea, so what is a vision? It's basically it's a statement that you write, which is clear, vivid, inspiring pictures of what you want for your future to be like. It's also reflects something like a mental image of your goals and aspirations. And it kind of gives you a sense of purpose and direction where you want to go. So it reflects your values, it identify your interests, your passion. It sets some specific and basically achievable goals. I mean, this is classical what vision should look like. And what we are going to do is we are going to do an exercise now, okay, where I would ask you to imagine that it is 31st of December 2023 And what you're going to do is to write what has already happened for you. So it's not going to be a vision statement in the future, it's going to be a vision statement in the present moment as if it's done. Okay, so we are going to do that exercise, and hold on, so I'm going to give you some cues on that. And what I'm then going to ask you to do is to what you need to do to make that happen. Again, I know we are going to be still very mental, but so this is what I was saying. Imagine it is 31st of December 2023. What are you saying to yourself or to people around you about the life you're leading now? Things you have already started to being doing or done. Okay. So there are some examples. I will keep this slide there for you when you do the exercise. So I'm healthy, active, etc. And you have all those examples. They are all written, and it's just an example, but you can use them as a reference to describe your statement. Okay. And you can write multiple statements, doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be one statement. It can be anything, but what I wanted to do is to keep you with the language or with the thing. I am pursuing, I am. So it's 31st of December 2023. So use that language to write your vision, okay, where you want to be, uh, but you are already there. Okay. So that's one thing we will do. And the second thing we are going to do is what action I must take to reach my vision. Okay. And then I give you some examples, okay, of the actions that you can write, and you can elaborate on them. And all those actions are also in the present moment. Okay. They are not like I will start doing this, etc. And the reason we do that is to train your brain to start to accept it as if you are already doing that now, so that in your subconsciousness, in your subconscious, you start to play from that place and have that emotion attached to it because you are already there. Okay. And we will get into the 10 days exercise that I will ask you to do. Okay. So there are two things we are going to do in an exercise, but we are not going to do it simply. We are going to do it in a little bit of a meditative state. Okay. So what I want you to do is become comfortable. And I'm going to keep these statements there in front so that you can always use them, and, and etc. But before you get into that, I want you to just go a little bit deep inside so that you're in a place of being within you in a certain state before you start writing them. So you're going to write two things. One is a vision statement of what you want to be. It's 31st of December 2023. And then you're going to write the actions that you would take to be there. Okay. And both of them you will do after we have just gone through a little bit of small meditation where I just take you through a small journey. And so just become comfortable. You can keep sitting if you want. Just sit up straight. You can put your foot on the ground if you want. Make sure that you have your paper, pencil, or whatever you're going to write in front of you. And now close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Take a deep breath in and follow your breath into your heart and hold. And now breathe out. Take another breath in and follow your breath into your heart and hold. And breathe out. Take another breath in. Hold and breathe out. I imagine you are in a garden. And as you look around, you find things around you that are a bit dull, gray. Everything around you looks sad here. And then as you look up, You see a stream with a bridge, and on the other side of the bridge, there's a beautiful garden with colorful flowers. The sun is shining there. Everything there looks happy. And you now walk across the bridge, go to the other side, and you see there are butterflies all around you. The sun is shining on your face, bringing warmth of its beautiful healing energy to your soul. And as you look back, you see the other side of the bridge, and then you see the bridge is collapsing. And slowly the other side fades away. You are in this new place where your future life is already present. You know this future exists and is coming to you. Feel the presence of divine love. Feel that the universe is open to listen and is there to support you. Feel the love of universe into you. Asking empowering questions helps you to become clear about your future. Before you write about your future, ask these empowering questions. What gift am I to give to the world? What is seeking to emerge in my life? What idea is the universe seeking to express through me? Listen to the inner voice. Listen to the answers that emerge. Listen. See with the inner eye and feel with your heart. And allow it to articulate itself to you. It is not in the future. It is speaking to you right now. And at the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes and you're going to start writing about your future self in the present moment. 1, 2, 3. And you can open your eyes and take the paper and start to write, imagining that it is 31st of December. And what are you saying to yourself or to people around you about the life you're leading now? Things you're already done or doing. Take some moment to write it down. You have the statement. And don't worry, we are going to work for next 2 weeks, so you will get it. And so take that statement now, do the second part of the exercise. What action I must take now to reach my vision? And see if you can write them in present moment as if you are taking those actions. And you can write as many as you want. You can write 5, 6, 3, doesn't matter. And again, these actions you will keep on fine tuning as you do this exercise every day for next 10 to 15 days. So you can write as many as you want. Okay, so you got them. And don't worry, as we are going to repeat, so you will get to that. So there's no perfect answer now. It's the first time you're going to do, so it's okay. And so what I want you to do is to just look at your vision statement, okay, what you've written, and just read your actions, or what actions you're doing. And again, just settle in, become comfortable. You can keep your eyes open, or you can soften your gaze, or just close your eyes. And notice your breath as it moves in and out of your heart. Just follow it. And allow your breathing to become slower and deeper. And as you breathe effortlessly, you can inform your system that is working in your leadership effortlessly. Now imagine on your mental screen the vision that you have just written. Let it play. See all aspects of it becoming true already. And you may see some visuals, or you may have sensations, or you may have thoughts. All is good. Notice the sensation you feel in and around your body as you look at that. And see if you can focus on that inner voice that is coming in, the loudest one. And notice if there is any kind of discomfort, any tension, any tightness, or even pain that you feel in or around your body. Notice if you can give it some attention. There may be parts in there that might need some attention from you. So if you can make some space for the thought in your emotions, so I'm just going to invite you to take a little longer to be there with that sense of tension or tightness or pain. Notice where in or around your body you feel it. Now make an invitation now for any parts that would like to make themselves known to you, that might need attention from you, and that you are annoyed with, or even hate it, or are afraid of. So focus on the sensation you feel in and around your body, and make that as a kind of anchor point. And just notice, how do you feel towards this sensation? Do you feel angry? Do you feel frustrated, anger, or you feel compassionate? Just notice how you feel towards it. Did you have a relationship with that feeling or sensation? Or maybe you don't like it or are afraid of it. Just let that sensation know that you are here to listen to it, to understand it. Because it may have some surprising things to tell you. So see if you can be a bit curious towards it. Just mindfully curious. If you got to that place of being curious, just ask that sensation what it wants to know about itself, what it wants you to know about itself. and see what it tells you. Wait for an answer, don't think of an answer. Are you getting what it wants you to know about itself? You can ask to that sensation, what is its intention towards you? And see what you get as a response. And now ask it another question. What is it afraid would happen if it didn't do this job inside of you? And again, wait for an answer. Don't think of an answer. What is it afraid would happen if it didn't do this? And you can inquire further by asking, and then what happens? What are you really afraid would happen? See what it responds. So if you got an answer to that question, then it actually told you what it is protecting you from. So if possible, extend some appreciation or compassion towards it and see how it reacts. And then ask it if you could heal or change what it protects so it is free from this responsibility, what would it like to do instead inside of you? If it was really liberated, what would it like to do instead? And again, wait for an answer. And then ask it, what needs to happen for this part to relax and be less present? Again, wait for an answer. What needs to happen for this part to relax and be less present? Now notice what wisdom or insight you are getting interacting with this part. And then thank the part for letting you know what it did. And then when that feels complete, just follow your breath back And slowly and gently open your eyes. And now take a moment to see if you want to write something into your vision or into the actions from the inside you got. If you want to change something, change some words, or add something or remove something, take a moment to do that. Or it's perfect. While you do that, I'll prepare for the tuning forks. Okay, so here we go. So I've changed the microphone. So for sound healing, so if you're coming first time, just to give you a bit of what you have to do quickly. So one is that we will open the two centers, the center above your head, top of your head and below your feet. So we'll start from below the feet and then go to the top of the head, just open these two centers. So there's a flow of energy through your whole system. Okay. And for you, what you have to do is to do a breathing. So just very simply, you follow my breath. I will tell you. So you take your breath into your chest, your belly, you fill it up, and then breathe out from your mouth. So, okay, so you will hear me doing that, and you do the same. It helps to move the energy and blockages. The second thing that I'm going to ask you to do is sometime when there's a huge block, I say, ha. So you release energy like that. Okay, so we are going to open the two centers, and depending on the time, I will work on your legs, the feet. Let's say the feet, the 2 feet, the right and the left. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go start from the left side and go in. So we start from your birth and then go in, find that ear. When something comes up, I will talk about it and tell you, well, I'm saying this emotion, and whatever comes up for you, just connect to that, bring it up, and then we'll keep breathing and I will release. Okay, and we will finish with that. Okay, here we go. So relax, you can sit down, you can lie down as you want, and we are going to begin now. Here we go. So I will start below the feet. So I'm just going one foot below your feet. So I'm pointing into your feet through the backbone, top of the head. So take a breath. Okay, so there's a lot going in the sacral, second center. So just take a breath and release. Okay, it moved. Take a breath. Still opening the channel from below the feet to the top of the head. Take a breath. Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on in the second center toward the left side. So just breathe into that area. So frustration, disappointments are coming up. Just open the channel. Okay, better. Take a breath. Okay, so I'm going to ground you, connect to the Mother Earth. Take a breath. So I'm going to go to the top of the head and open there. So now I'm at the top of the head, pointing into your head, so through the backbone opening up to the feet, so open the channel. And also connecting to the divine. So this is better. Okay, good. So now I'm going to just connect you to divine. Okay, so we have opened the two centers, the two channels, and now we are going to go, as I said, on the foot. So this is, as we are talking about things about your future, so things that we get stuck on. So we'll start from the left side. This is where everything which you could be stuck in a toxic situation, unhealthy situation, this is all where it comes from. So we'll start from the birth. So you are actually in your mother's womb. And if I find something, I will immediately tell you there's something coming up. And then we'll go into into your birth and then up to your present time. Okay? I'll just traverse through time. So mother's womb. Okay, so just before birth, it's about 15 days or 1 month. Again, it's coming into the second center, so disappointments. So mostly felt by your mom, okay, or caretaker, or some form of disappointment or frustration. Just about a month before you were born. So take a breath. Yeah. Straight into second center, so. Take a breath. Okay, it's very dull. So I'm going to take another tuning fork to release, and you take a breath, big breath. So I'm just releasing it out. So go back. Okay, got cleared. So I'm at your birth now. Usual thing. See if you can send love to your mother. Just bring her in. Just send love to her. Okay, good, better. Yes, somebody was stuck at birth time, so I just said that, and mother had to be helped. So send love to mom. Okay. So I'm using the other tuning fork to release. Breath. Better. Yeah, so I'm going to move ahead. Yeah, always 5-year-old. Okay, so 5-year-old. So if as a 5-year-old something comes up for you, especially on the left side, stick to, so whatever comes up, stay with it, feel the energy of that memory or whatever emotion that is there within you, and take a breath. And I'm going to use the other tuning fork to release it. Okay, no breath. Okay, it's moved on. Okay, so now it's coming as a 10-year-old and bringing something there. So see if you can see what comes up for you. Yeah. It's always on the second center, but is moving toward the right side. So something like guilt or shame. If you have something that brings up guilt or shame, yeah, there is something there. Take a breath. Okay, so bring up that whatever you feel, just I'm using the other tuning fork to release. So it cleared. 23. Always second center. So whatever comes up, just see if you can send compassion to that 23-year-old you, wherever he or she was. as if you understand what happened then. You give a meaning. Whatever emotion is coming up, just see if you can release it. Okay, got cleared. About 1 year ago. So go back to a time about 1 year ago and see what happened then. Something got you stuck there. So see if you can bring it up. Yeah, it's stuck in your throat, so it's as if it wants to come out. So you have to speak it out, whatever it is. Don't stop it. Don't block it inside of you. Something that happened 1 year ago that wants you to say it out. Okay. Something that your mother wants you to know, but you're not allowed her to speak. See if that comes up. Or mother-like figure. Because she has been suffering, she wanted to say that, but she could not. Send love to her. And see if you can be compassionate for her. Okay, so I'm just above your feet, so I'm going to release whatever we have collected so that it gets released out of your system. Take a breath. Relax. We're going to process whatever has happened in your system for the next 72 hours. So we'll seal the body energetically. And just surround it in a cocoon of 528 hertz.